They are my teammates, Steven and Archer. Today our presentation's topic is should we continue space competition? So what is space competition? After World War II, USSR and US become two superpowers in the world. And in 1955, USSR and the US published that they will launch satellites in the nearly future. It's the beginning of space race. In the first round of space race, USSR gets the competitive advantage because they launched the first satellites in the world. It's the satellite Sputnik 1. But in 1989, US achieved great success in lunar missions. They become the winner in the second round. After that, USSR and US start to build space station, but in 1991, because of dissolution of USSR, the space race and so you guys may think space race is an event in the past. So why is controversial? There is a chart to combine deep space exploration before 1990s and after 1990s. Obviously, it shows that the total amount of launch mission before 1990s is much bigger than that after 1990s. That means, although our technology and the economy become better, the development of space technology become worse without government support. So someone starts to ask a question: should we continue the space competition to encourage the development of space? Let's welcome Steven and Archer to introduce, to explain the key concept and their argument.
The entertainment means the action of providing and or being provided with amusement or enjoyment. The long-term interest means profit of the period, and insufficient resource means lack of resource on Earth.
Space debris is easy to understand because the other name is space junk. So this is a kind of small planet just collision and become several pieces. And the propellant is help rocket to get into space and get into the skies. Is kind of can make fire much bigger. Yeah.
So now I will introduce why I believe space race should be continued. My first point is the space race can develop technology in different fields. And everyone has cell phone, right? There are many apps in our cell phone needs to be used GPS to locate our position, such as Google Map and Uber. And GPS is a product from the space race, and it's totally changed our life. It brings lots of benefit for us. Not only GPS, the technology from space race has also improved the public safe and air of food. For the anti-icing system and the freeze-dried food are two good examples. The anti-icing systems, this system allow the aircraft can safely fly in the cold weather. Now airplane use this technology. And in the freeze-dried food created by the NASA. Then this food is very convenient for most of environment, and it has a very long shelf life. Now this technology become common foods in our life. And my second point is the continual space race can solve the problem about insufficient source on Earth. in 2019, the population becomes 7.7 billion. It's 1 more billion than 209. It means our population increasing too fast, but the source on Earth is limited. So there are more and more research shows the resource can support this huge population. For example, the Middle East, the people who live in there are always fighting for energy and water. It means they are very need water and energy. But the NASA claims the Jupiter has lots of hydrogen. Hydrogen is a gas that can use like energy, and its output is water. So if we can get the hydrogen from Jupiter, we can solve the water and energy problem and by the Jupiter. So in conclusion, my argument is the space race should be continued because it can develop the technology and science in different fields, and it can solve the problem about the resource insufficient. Thank you.
So my standpoint is space rights should not be continued. Why is that? My first argument is too expensive, and we can see this first. We can see that in several years, like in 1996, US used 278 million packages in the space rights. They built a lot of satellites and spacecraft to use to search anything in the sky. And in 2004, we have a Bush's project. It's US competition with China, and it cost 400 billion. So we can see that this costs a lot of money, but at the bottom of US, we still have a lot of poor area. They do not have enough food. So we can see that it's a balance. When we use a lot of money in the space competition, but we cannot afford that money to support the poor area and the hungry people. And my second argument is space debris. Space debris, we know that is space junk. So we can see that statistic by NASA. NASA said that around the Earth, we have more than 20,000 pieces debris. That means what? That means when we have some satellites in the space, it's easy to face or collect with these pieces. It's very dangerous to satellites and astronauts. And we can see that their speed is very fast because they have 17 and 500 miles per hour. We can imagine that if it's collection with the satellite is just become a dirt in the space. And we can see in the galaxy, NASA told us we have more than 500,000 pieces of debris. It's very dangerous to take back by satellites. We can see the pictures. Bring back by satellites or spacecraft. These two pictures is very big. The debris is very big, so we can see that. But some pieces is very small to see, and sometimes it will live in the forest. It will damage the Earth's environment and kind of the ecosphere. That will damage the animals' life, like plants, these kind of things. So in conclusion, because the space competition is too expensive, and it sometimes will damage our lives by the space debris. So I don't think we should continue our space competition.
We believe that we should continue the space competition is correct, because the space competition can give our long-term profit. It's much huge than the cost of the space competition and the potential dangerous. Furthermore, space competition not only can give our long-term benefits, but also can create more jobs for high educated person. According to the report from New York Times, 1/3 of college educates doing the work don't need and require the high degrees. That means if we continue the space competition, it can increase the rate of employment and the income for the high educated population. So that's why we believe we should continue the space competition.
So, any questions?
Do you have any questions?